Mate, if you reckon things are sweet in this country right now, you're mean. This government's been flogging us off like a dodgy used car, and no one's talking about it. Well, buckle up, 'cause today I'm blowing the lid off the great Australian con job, brought to you by none other than Anthony Albo knows best Albanese. Spoiler alert, he doesn't know jack. And if you think things are gonna get better, wake up, you bloody muppet. Now, before we get deep into this political dumpster fire, smash that like button like you're smashing your last meat pie at the footy, subscribe if you've still got the guts to hear some actual truth, and grab the limited edition Albo Knows Best shirt, only $16 for the next 48 hours. You'll want to be wearing it when the country properly goes up in smoke. So picture this, you're a local in Kiama. Beach views, caravan holidays, bit of a chill sesh at the servo with a sausage roll in hand. Life should be good, right? Nah mate, instead you're sitting there wondering why your power bill just exploded like a packet of twisties in a hot car. And who do we have to thank? Bloody Labour and their visionary energy plan. 200 floating turbines shoved off the coast like it's some sort of eco-art installation no one bloody asked for. You know what locals told me last week? We didn't vote for this offshore monstrosity. Too right they didn't. You've got Chris Bowen swanning around like his Poseidon himself, acting like dumping turbines in the ocean is the golden ticket to cheaper power. Newsflash mate, it's not. Power bills haven't gone down, they've skyrocketed. Remember the whole $275 savings we were promised? Try $1,300 extra on your yearly bill. You could buy a new fridge for that, but now you need to pawn it just to keep the lights on. And let's not forget Albo. The bloke sold himself as one of us. Regular Aussie, grew up in housing commission, salt of the earth. But now he's hobnobbing with global elites, flying off to summits while old mate from the bakery can't afford to heat his oven. Meanwhile, in Gilmore, a seat hanging on by 373 votes, the locals are fuming. Retirees, young families, tradies, they are all getting rinsed. And Andrew Constance is right, people have lost trust. Labour didn't just drop the ball, they booted it into the ocean and watched it sink with a smug grin. And it's not just cost of living, it's everything. You can't fill your tank without taking out a loan. The missus wants to buy lettuce, and it's suddenly worth more than your weekly rent back in 2003. And housing? Made unless you're made of money or inherited your nan's place, good luck ever buying a home. This government's been so flat out spinning fairy tales, they forgot to actually run the country. I was at a democracy sausage barbecue last weekend, classic Aussie politics. Yeah? Chatting with locals, chewing on a snag, and what do I hear? Not praise, not hope. Anger. Pure, red-hot, Vegemite on toast with no butter rage. One bloke said, they don't listen, they don't care, and they won't cop it till we boot 'em out. Couldn't have said it better myself. But here's the kicker. Peter Dutton still can't land a clean punch. He's out here doing his best stone statue impression, and people are looking at him like, are you even alive, mate? We've got a PM who breaks promises like glass at a Greek wedding, and an opposition leader who's about as exciting as a Monday morning hangover. So where the bloody hell does that leave us? Stuck between a rock and a smug, condescending government that reckons we'll swallow any rubbish they dish out. They trot out talking points like renewable future and economic growth, but all we see is more bills, fewer jobs, and broken trust. Gilmore's just the tip of the iceberg. If that seat swings, it won't just be a win for the coalition. It'll be a middle finger to the mob running Canberra. And don't even get me started on the environment talk. It's always we need to go green, cut emissions, think of the future, but somehow the answer is always multi-billion-dollar projects dumped on local communities without a whisper of consultation. You want sustainability? Start by sustaining our bloody wages, our groceries, and the roofs over our heads. I asked an old-timer down at East Beach what he thought of the current mob, and he just shook his head and said, "This ain't the Australia I grew up in." And he's right. We've gone from proud and independent to confused and broke, led by pollies who couldn't tell you the price of milk if their life depended on it. And if you bring it up, they label you a climate denier or a bogan. Well, guess what? I'd rather be a bogan with a working heater than a trendy inner-city polly with no clue how real Aussies live. This is why the next election matters. We can't keep doing this. We can't keep rewarding broken promises, inflated egos, and arrogant, out-of-touch leadership. It's time to pull the plug. If you live in Gilmore or anywhere like it, make some bloody noise. Don't let 'em walk all over you with sweet talk and TV ads. They've had their go, they blew it, and now it's time to hand them the bill. And for everyone else watching, don't just rage quietly over your morning cuppa. Talk to your mates, challenge what you're hearing, and stop letting the media sugarcoat this disaster. Because if we don't, nothing's gonna change. We'll still be here next year, same rant, same snag, higher bills, colder homes, and another round of we'll fix it next time.
But not this time.
Nah, this time we fight back, with our voices, our votes, and yeah, maybe even with a cheeky t-shirt that tells Albo exactly what we think of his so-called plan. Links in the description. Don't wait, cause just like our patience, it's running out fast.
Catch you in the comments, legends. Let me know what's boiling your blood most these days. Power bills?
Housing crisis? The wind farms?
Or just the fact that we keep getting treated like drongos? Stay loud. Stay angry.
And whatever you do, don't let this mob off the hook.